Yes, when you wanted to say no, have you ever been part of the plans which you never been liked to? And even after being so nice according to our vocabulary in social worlds, still we felt a little bit exhausted, felt a bit of resentment, and then a lot of guilt. And then a question arises, but I helped there. Actually, no, you haven't. You haven't helped there, you haven't been genuine out there, you are not a good person when you have done that. Instead, what you have done is called people pleasing. Sounds familiar, right? People pleasing? Pretty clear with the word. But no, it's just not within the systematic or a small definition of it, it's way beyond it. And today we are going to disclose the same. So, starting with the first one, what people pleasing actually is. Now, basically, you'll be see like, oh, people pleasing, quietly evident enough from the name itself that somebody being caring, generous, somebody is being too helpful, and somebody is trying to please people. And these qualities are type of or be part of a good person. Well, no, this is not. This is not actually people pleasing. Is instead people pleasing refers to when a person's sense of safety, their self-worth, their emotional stability is totally depends over the another person's approval. And I have lived it. To be very honest, it was like you feel like saying no is a danger, and if you're not going to if you're going to be always saying yes and never going to say no, then people will be with you and you're going to save something which you are trying so hard or clinging so hard over. But no, actually, that's not it. Because what you're thinking, being generous, being a kind person, being a helpful person, it is not a thing. Because genuine kindness is a choice, but people pleasing is a compulsion. Compulsion of holding something which you think will break away, which you think will slip away from your hands, stuff like that. And that's a little bit difference out there. Now you'll be like, okay, but what's wrong with it? Even though we are doing like that, we are trying to please people, we are depending over other person's approval, is it something dangerous? Yes, because it costs you many things. And today I'm going to tell you what it cost you. So basically, when a person who is doing the people pleasing for such a long period of time, or who have learned it from the one of their inner child behaviors, then the first thing they will start with the unlearn their own needs. So basically, if you are too much dependent over somebody's approval, you will learn unlearn your own needs. Your because you have that belief within your mind, your subconscious mind, that other person comes before me. And when you have that, your brain just have a automatic belief, and it just think like, okay, your needs can be secondary, other person's approval, their help, their needs, their demands is the primary thing. And that's how people slowly starting to unlearn their own needs, and they actually never realized what was their actual need is, because they were so busy finding out and focusing over what other person wants from them. Another one is that your relationship starting being hollow. So, in the people pleasing, as I told you, saying no is dangerous, and we feel like if we're going to say no or we are going to disagree with somebody, then things will go upside down, and we are not ready for it, because we think being upside down is just breaking away, parted ways, and other stuff. So, basically, we just say yes all the time. We create a version of us in front of other people where we just say yes whatever they say, even if we have the disagreement, we just try to avoid it or avoid the conversation, or we just ended up saying yes. In this thing, they are just being habitual of your saying yes version. And in a relationship, two people should show their authentic self. Meanwhile, you are just building a yes self, and once they will be habitual, and at some point your that people pleasing bubble will break, and once it will pop out, it will show the reality. Another person will be surprised and you will be they will be somehow disappointed and they will be reacted in some different ways, and the same thing will happen which you are trying to avoid. So that just keep things hollow, because you are eventually not being authentic. You are just programming something and plotting it, and it shouldn't be like that in the relationship. Another one is the resentment. Resentment happens when you do something which you think, or your mind portrays that it is you are doing out of love, and when you did that you were expecting some reaction out of other person. A logical need, you expect something from somebody when you do something for them. So when you're going to expect something and they are not reacting in certain ways, then it will going to hurt you, and you will be like, your mind will just to confuse you that, oh, you have done it out of love, but they don't love you enough. Meanwhile, you haven't done it out of love, you have done it out of fear. And when you do something out of fear, it just doesn't work out, because you need to open up, be authentic, show your fears, show your vulnerability to your partner. So basically you just create a hidden resentment for them. Lastly, you will unhear your own voice, because you will focus over the other people. You will focus on them, how, what they need, what are their demands, what are their next goals, what they want to do. You are just so engrossed in it that you actually start putting your own needs, your own dreams, your own goals on the secondary terms, and somehow you started unhearing that voice which says we need to work on our goal too. So you are somehow starting losing you. Now there's a one fun fact out there that in 2020 study in the Journal of Personality, people have found out that the chronic people pleaser are having much more anxiety, they're having much more burnout and identity confusion, because they are just doing something which they don't want to do, and they just name it that it is what they are doing out of love. Last thing, they have also informed that people pleasing and being too nice is a mental health stressor. So if you're thinking like, I'm being so nice, I need to be helpful and I need to do this and that, you're just putting so much pressure on yourself. You're not here to please all the other people. You're not here to please the world. You are here to have some goal and achieve it. Not to be a people pleaser and just depend over other people's. Now let's move to the next part, that if it is costing us this much, why we are doing it, why so many people are doing it, why do we want the approval, why saying no feel dangerous. So there are a few categories out there. Okay, we'll start with the first one. People find no as dangerous because no was dangerous for them once, and it could be from your childhood, a past relationship, or a complex trauma. It could be from anything. It could be a stage in your life where you have said no and it come out a very totally disappointing way, which you don't want to feel right now. So that's why you are trying to avoid no this time, and you are just trying to portray a version of being yes, pleasing people, doing what they want to, or what they would like to would like you to do, or they want to hear, or whatever. Second one is the fawn response. Now there is a fight flight responses, and there's one other response we have, that is fawn. And this is something which you'll find in the people pleaser primarily, and it refers to the response where somebody is trying to please a threat. So they started doing the fawn responses where they are trying to please the threats. In that kind of situation, they try to avoid conflicts or be into the situation which can lead to the disagreement or the arguments. And it's not safe, because even in a healthy relationship you will have you will have the disagreements and you will have the argument with your person, and if you're not having it, then it's concerning, because any of you are faking it. Like, I understand there could be less and more, but there will be. Third one will be social approval is a biological need. Okay, so as a human, we are the tribal creatures, and over the time, as a evolutionary, out of group meant that for us, and slowly by the time of evolution, our brain accepted approval as the survival, and even a micro rejection considered as a threat. So when you do that, you just feel a little bit of discomfort within your body. So that's why you feel it, and we think like, oh, it's a stress because we identify few things, few feelings as positive and another as negative. There's a one fun fact out there that fawn trauma response basically comes within a person from the emotional unpredictable homes. So if you have been part of that kind of situation, I am so sorry for you, but I'm so proud of you that you are here trying to build yourself from that trauma. I'm literally so proud of you, and don't think like it's a weakness, because it is not. Instead, it's a recognition, and recognition is the first step for all of us to start something new. Now, the last second thing actually would be how you will recognize whether you're a people pleaser. So I'm going to give you few options or few, I would say, few scenarios, and you will try to think whether it is something which you guys have. If you have it, we'll work on it to resolve it. So, starting with the first one, whenever you try to say something, you just start with apology. Sorry, I want to say this. Sorry if I'm making you feel uncomfortable. Sorry if I this is too much to ask. You, even for the general things, you are starting with apologizing. Another one is a physical discomfort. When you feel that when when you have hurt somebody unintentionally, or you have shown a disagreement and you feel like, oh, I have hurted somebody, and you are feeling discomfort within your body, and you're feeling it and you're overthinking about it. Next one would be the, if you would like to cancel a plan because you don't want to be part of it, then you are over explaining the situation, because I just don't want to be part of it feels little too less for you, and you think like, oh, it will not let another person understand what I'm trying to say. Man, it will. They are grown up, and if they don't, that's not your problem. Second one would be scanning. Wherever you go, you just scan people whether they are discomfortable, what is and you're just scanning for the negative mostly, not the positive ones. So that's a problem out there. Another one would be you trying to avoid conflict. You try to avoid fights. I understand avoiding fights as a healthy, but every single time avoidance is not a solution. It's just creating a bigger problem for you. So, second one would be when you have done something, but the appreciation doesn't come out as per your expectations. You just try to do it harder, and not in a way to build yourself or make it better for you. Instead, just to impress somebody. And last one is every action you do, somehow in the back of your mind or in your subconscious, the demand is from the others that please love me more. And it is okay, because I have also felt that, and it is so normal. So this is, if any of these are part of your current personality, it's okay. So many people are dealing with it, and you are so ahead of them if you are trying to, if you're at this part of this video, and you are trying to, because next thing what we are going to do is the unlearning. So here comes the last interesting part, how we will start to unlearn these toxic people pleasing and actually become a genuine helpful person, not just to portray a play in front of anybody else. So the first thing which you guys will do with, you'll notice your body, not your thought. So anytime you're going to say no, or you're trying to say something which you know will going to hurt somebody, or somebody is asking you which you are not being comfortable with, do not let your rational mind enter. Instead, observe your body first out there. Observe what are you feeling. Is there any tightness in your stomach? Is there the heavy breathing out there? Are you feeling caged up, or it's a sense of relief? Because your body know it's better than your mind, because your body have recognition pattern from the past trauma than your mind. So notice your body. If you are having a sense of relief, peace, you think like, oh, I learned something, go ahead, do that. If you don't, please don't. Starting Next one would be starting with the small no's. I understand if you have never done that, saying a big no, saying a straight away no for the big thing will not going to work out. Instead, it just give you a lot of guilt trap and resentment and a lot of stuff which will not going to help in any unlearning. Instead, you'll just be dwell into the people pleasing. So start by saying a little no. For example, if you are in a restaurant and somebody order something for you which you don't like, just start saying no. I want to order something else. If you don't have any plans to go out, start by saying no. If somebody has responded to you but you're busy, just hold it. Don't do it because you think, oh, they'll feel sad. No, nobody. Everybody understand that everybody have their own life and they're busy in their own life. Next one would be sit with discomfort. When you will say your first no, it will give you a little bit of discomfort. You'll feel like, oh, you'll have that urge to over explain, overthink. Don't do that. Don't do anything. Just sit with it. Because after some time, the feeling will pass, and when the feeling will pass, it will give your nervous system and a brain the sign that, oh, actually, it's not a big deal. It's not a danger. It is normal, and it can be normal if you will start doing it. So you need to sit with it for some time, and it is very important.